Hello, I'm Brett Knowles from Hirebook. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how our amazing tool helps build employee engagement. I'm just going to log into our demo environment. Now, as you'd expect, we have single sign-on security that allows us to make sure that only the right people can get into the tool with the right priority. Now, employee engagement has many attributes to it, but a lot of it is about helping people feel connected to the overall organization, understand how they're performing, feeling part of the community, and so forth. The easiest on-ramp is to start off with a simple check-in. So imagine this. Literally, next Monday, you could send out a survey to all your employees, and the employees would fill in how they're feeling and maybe answer a set number of structured questions. This allows you to instantly get a feel for how they think the organization is performing and understand by department, by region, and so forth. So in this example, I could go take a look at a department. In this case, I'll take a look at innovation, and I can understand how the team has been feeling across time and even get a view into some of their questions and conversations we've been having back and forth about that performance. Now, as the organization gets more comfortable with these performance conversations, I can begin to add in specific strategic objectives and key results. Let's take a look at how that would seem. So I'm going to go into objectives. And in this case, I'm going to take a look at the overall corporate objectives. I can understand what the objective is and begin taking a look at some of the assessments and key results identified by people in the organization. And obviously, I can drill in, as you'd expect, as far down as I would like to go to understand how the organization is performing. This allows me to be able to take a look at the entire organization and understand in a holistic way how we've been performing in this last period. This allows any manager to be able to get an overall view of the organization, understand how they're performing, how the other teams are performing, and how the overall organization is working cohesively to achieve success. Now, I've learned different people like to see performance in a different way. So you've got the tile view, but I can also just take it as a list and do the same thing. Drill through as far as I would like to understand how the organization is performing. And within each element, as you would expect, I can keep drilling down. And inside each one, if I wanted to, I could understand more detail about what the performance is and even drill into assessments about how we've been performing with comments provided by the objective owners. A third way to take a look at it is by the organization chart. So I can just take a look at the overall organization chart and again, understand for each person how they're feeling, how they're doing on their personal objectives, and how they're doing on their team objectives. As you'd expect, I can drill back and forth as this goes on. So this allows you as a leader to understand what's happening in the organization. But there's more to leading than just that. You might want to begin engaging the team in some conversations. So I might take a look at some of these check-ins and understand what's been happening. So in this case, maybe I'll take a look at an assessment that's been provided. And I can take a look at either my direct reports or any in the organization. So in this case, let's take a look at Sam. Sam works in HR. He's an HR specialist. And I can see Sam's feeling 4 stars out of 5. And he's observed some things that went well this week. So that allows him to feel good about what's going on. We're asking him to begin to forward plan, think about what he's going to work on next. We've even tried to figure out what blockers he's had and where I might be able to help him. In this case, he's asked for some help. He wants leadership to make a strong commitment to going ahead with the training. So maybe I want to give him a follow-up note indicating my agreement and what we might do about it. Or maybe, and by the way, this of course gives us that asynchronous communication that we need in this COVID world, where we can have a conversation back and forth about this particular objective. Or maybe I want to set it up as a one-on-one meeting. Maybe I feel that we need to have a conversation about this. And so I'll set that up by clicking on it and automatically adding it to the agenda for our one-on-one. Figured maybe we should talk about this item as well. So what that allows me to do then is to take a look at one-on-one meetings. So here's the meeting we just set up. It's currently a draft. I can take a look at it. And of course, it's carried forward the items I think that we should talk about from the check-in survey, plus any comments that we've made back and forth. And I can add other agenda items and put it into a schedule. So what we've been able to do now is take a look at the overall organization, drill down to the department, send a survey off to the department to see what's going on, identify individuals that we might want to talk to, either through emails back and forth or through one-on-one meetings. So we've allowed this performance conversation to go forward even in this COVID world, letting people understand how they connect to strategy and how the work they do contributes to overall success. Now, it's possible as a result of this one-on-one conversation with Sam or anyone else that we might agree on some specific activities that need to get done. Either get done for the next week or get done for the next month. But I need to track those at a more detailed level. We have that ability through KPIs. So through KPIs, I can literally define specific objectives and activities that I want done every day, what those targets are, and we can report performance. So now as a leader, I have the opportunity of seeing the big picture and drilling right down to the detail. I have the ability to continue the conversation through emails and asynchronously, whether it's through this tool or it's API integration with Teams or Slack, or set up face-to-face meetings. It also allows us to add objectives, key results, and even KPIs to track performance. Now, as you'd expect, we have overall dashboards that allow me to see how the entire organization is doing or any one department. Not only does it have the survey data, but allows us to drill into the specific key results and KPIs. So there's a quick overview of how Hirebook allows us to develop a system of engagement, a tool that every employee can access every day to understand how they're performing and how the organization is performing. I look forward to having more conversations with you about how Hirebook can help your organization move forward.